till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here we go. 52. 52's the mic. Get your swerve on.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 33 yards that time. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. They'll run with Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. The kick by Maher is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 40.
Come on, baby. Come on,
Gurley, handoff left. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now a give running left for Gurley. Room to run past midfield. And down to the 29-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 29-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run here with Henderson, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Again, it's Henderson. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on third and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. So they get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now Prescott. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Aaron Donald with a sack. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Prescott. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Dante Fowler with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Here we go, 46.
Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing, Prescott. Austin's got it left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Here we go. 46, 46. 52 to Mike, 52. 46.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Now Prescott looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akeem Talib. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Prescott throwing complete to Cobb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Samson Abuka just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. To try again after the sack. Prescott, and he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll make it third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They'll try and throw for it here. Try to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go! The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
We're going to 54. Why? 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch 26.
Prescott to throw it. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on fourth down.
Well, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again.
We're going to 54. Why?
Mike 52, Mike 52. Stop your whining. Hey, watch.
We're going to 53. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Mike 20.
Mike. Tackles. Show it.
Ric Flair.
Watch that.
Turbo tap.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
From the 45 on second down. Goff flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burned the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. Now they try the right side here. Breaks the tackle, now with Allen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
Let's go, baby.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
That's the way. Alert 3, alert.
Hell, you won.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
53 at the mic. 53 at the mic.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Switch. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Austin. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
At the Rams' 45-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To throw is Prescott, and his pass incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll throw again, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Prescott now. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Another carry now for Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Like 20.
Jumper. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hey, kill! Kill!
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike 20!
We got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
We own him!
He's coming!
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 24. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Jim.
Hold on. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Hey, they're scared. Mike,
Now Goff. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. DeMarcus Lawrence with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
Greg Zerline on for the field goal. A 46-yard.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Hey, Mike 52.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 43.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Looking to throw. Prescott looking for his running back, and he's got him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Prescott completes it to Jason Witten. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now Prescott. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
At their own 10-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
Check the backer, check the backer. Value 3, value 3. Mike, bound to lose 1.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Now, which wall? Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now gone. This one to the left to Higbee. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Taken in at the 22. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA.